All right. Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to the Freedom Project. My name is Michelle Ball, and I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company. And I'm really excited that I get to share my heart around our product line tonight and a little bit about what we do as well. I'm a high school science teacher by trade and accidentally stumbled into this online business with these crazy fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to explain a little bit about what the product is and how it's created and made. But I promise you that this was not the plan when I was growing up as a little girl thinking, when I grow up, I'm going to be a fruit and vegetable tycoon. But anyways, here I am, and a lot about what I'm going to talk about tonight will explain why I'm here, because I'm very passionate about the research and the science that surrounds this product. I am a skeptic-minded person, so it took me a long time before I actually gave in and gave these products a try. And as a result, I feel really equipped to be able to speak to them. So for those of you who have never heard of what your friend or family member is doing these days, it's called Juice Plus. And it's 30 fruits and vegetables that have been grown until they are completely ripe, totally vine ripened. And then they are put into after they're picked, like ready to fall off the vine, they're put into a giant grinder. And in that giant grinder goes the entire fruit and vegetable, the pits, the seeds, the tops, the bottoms, everything goes into this grinder. And out of it comes a fruit mixture, a vegetable mixture, and a dark berry mixture. And those mixtures are dried at very, very low temperatures. And the reason that that's important is that it allows these fruits and vegetables to stay live. They're dormant because they're dehydrated, but actually if you open up a capsule onto yogurt or oatmeal or something soft like that, it will actually liquefy it because there are still active enzymes similar to what you would find in a pineapple. You're going to find that inside the fruits and vegetables that are in Juice Plus. Now that's huge because when I first heard about this product, the first skepticism I had was I don't want to cut corners and just get fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I really would rather do it the real way. What I didn't realize is that what we're getting from the grocery store is not vine ripened anymore. I grew up on a farm, and we had a beautiful garden, and you guys can probably all relate to what garden produce tastes like as opposed to grocery store produce. And that's actually nutrition. Most of the nutrition goes into the plant in its last 48 hours of growing while it's attached to its plant still. And so what's happening is we're picking our fruits and vegetables up to 2 weeks early so that it can get onto the truck, get onto the boat, or whatever it needs to get onto so that it can be shipped to us, get into our grocery store, arrive in our home, and still have time to be on our shelves before it goes rotten. And as a result, we're missing out on a lot of the nutrition, which is really important. So that's what Juice Plus is, and I'm just going to give you a show of the bottles. Sorry, they're kind of reflecting a little bit because I still have the packaging on it. So that's the veggies. These are the fruits. And then once again, this is the dark berries. So you've got everything in here: bilberry, raspberry, cranberry, pomegranate, elderberry. So 30 different raw fruits and vegetables. And so this product has been around for 25 years. And when I first heard about it, I thought, oh, where did this product pop up from? But it has been on the market for a very long time. It's the world's most thoroughly researched nutritional brand name product. And that's huge to me. So I have a science degree. I love research. We've got 40 published clinical research studies on this product. And what they say in a nutshell is that this product is getting into our bloodstream, is being recognized by our body and utilized by our body just like real fruits and vegetables. And for me, that was the most important thing, to know that I wasn't flushing it down the toilet, so to speak, pardon the pun, but I didn't want to be wasting my money. And when I saw that this was bioavailable and that the body was utilizing it just like real fruits and veg, I was really excited. So Juice Plus comes in capsules, and it also comes in chewable form. So we have a children's health study. It's actually just been rebranded as the Family Healthy Start, I believe. And what it is kids get Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years with an adult order. And that is the very reason that I ever gave in to give this a try for myself. So I ordered for myself because my son Lincoln needed it. It helped him immensely with his recurring tonsil infections, behavior issues, his attention span issues. And as a result, I needed to get my entire family on it. So that's Juice Plus. Then we have this little beauty of a product. So this is our brand new vegan omega. And what it is plant-based omega oils. And I love this product because it's a blend of omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. What's really powerful about that is it gives us a wide array, much like a whole food source would. We get our omega from the algae, so we skip the fish and go straight to the source of where they're getting their omegas from. We also have sea buckthornberry oil, raspberry oils, pomegranate oils, and those sorts of things in this product. And what's really cool is that our body knows what to do with plants. It knows how to utilize plant nutrition. And I love that we now have an omega, which is the healthy plant fat that matches that vegan sourcing. And what's cool about omegas is that they have been researched to show all kinds of benefits for the eyes, for the heart, for the mind, for the brain, just all kinds of great things. I've personally noticed a big improvement in my hair, skin, and nails. And that's really cool. Like, it's nice to have those external benefits, but if that's happening on the outside, then we know that's happening on the inside, because skin is one of the last things to get nutrition. So that's really cool. So that's our vegan omega blend. And then we have a protein line. And the protein line comes in the form of a powder. So this is our Dutch chocolate. I thought I had my French vanilla in here, but I don't. But the Dutch chocolate tastes much like chocolate milk. And the French vanilla tastes like white cake. So they're very, very good. My kids are always so brave with their smoothies in the morning. They're like, throw more spinach in there, Mom. Yeah, put broccoli. I want an avocado. And I always say to them, you guys are really brave when this tastes like white cake. But it's really cool because our shakes have 14 different fruits and vegetables in them that you will not find in the Juice Plus products. And I've had people just do the shakes and say, whoa, like, these are amazing. Energy and bowels and all kinds of crazy good things that happen. Along with our complete protein powder, we also have bars, and the bars are a great source of clean calories. Good thing to have in your purse if you ever get high or low blood sugars. I get low blood sugar, so I need to have a snack on hand all the time, so it's really nice. I also love them pre-sports for the kids, so before hockey and soccer and that kind of thing. And with our complete line and our Juice Plus capsules, we have this really wonderful program called Shred 10. And Shred 10 is something that I'm just going to speak to briefly, but what it is it is a program that resets your microbiome. And what happens is our microbiome gets out of balance after time. So I don't know if you guys can relate, but if you've ever had a summer where you're eating all kinds of junk, hot dogs, chips, etc., drinking maybe some beer, maybe some wine, whatever's happening on the patios in the summer, and then you notice that your cravings are starting to get really out of control, what's happening in your gut is that the bacteria that are meant to be craving all these good things have gone out of balance, and they start to crave bad things. And your cravings for sugar, processed food, and fats are going to be so powerful that no matter how much willpower you have, you will not be able to out willpower a bad gut. You just cannot. So this is what I love about the Shred 10. It's 10 days of really clean eating. And what it is you're going to take 2 shakes a day. You take your capsules every day. You eat a whole bunch of whole food. You get a recipe booklet, so you'll eat one beautiful clean meal and then a ton of snacks. You always eat before you get hungry on the Shred 10. And the first 3 days are a little tricky. Like, I'm not going to lie, the bacteria in your gut that are causing all kinds of bad cravings are going to start to rebel and try to hijack your brain. And it's not always the funnest time for the first 3 days of a Shred 10. However, if you power through that time, drink lots of water, go to bed early, follow the rules. And the rules are you remove gluten, dairy, sugar, processed food, alcohol, and caffeine. And I know that sounds so strict, but it's only 10 days and it's only one weekend. So I always say it's totally doable. Anything's possible for 10 days. And the point of this is not to be a long-term thing. We don't want you trying to eat that strict for long-term. It's not doable, but it is doable for 10 days. And the reason we do it is it actually cleans out the gut. So it will kill off those parasitic bacteria that are causing all kinds of bad cravings, and it will replenish the rainforest part of your gut that's good. Exaggerating?
What's MLM?
Seriously, by the time you get to say day 4, you will be craving salads and fruits and vegetables so strongly that you couldn't avoid them even if you tried. And that's why I always really like to share the shred, because if you're looking to change the way you eat long term, we've got a wonderful program that includes all kinds of support that you can use alongside these products. And so I love our product line. It's really, really narrow. The last thing that we have in our product line is a tower garden. You plug it into the wall. It's a vertical aeroponic growing system, and it takes the power of a nightlight. And what it does is it grows fruits and vegetables with water and tonic. And the tonic comes from a natural earth source. Much of it is from the sea and things like that. And so it's a natural way to grow your fruits and vegetables right on your patio, which is amazing. And so our product line is totally geared towards helping families get more nutrition into them. That's it. Our passion is to help people eat better and feel better. And I love that because our mission statement is to inspire healthy living around the world. And truly with our small product focus, that is what we do, in my opinion. So with that, now that I've explained a little bit about the background on the products, I would love to ask Kelly Courtenay to share her product story. She has agreed to share with us tonight. So go ahead, Kelly.
Hi. So can you hear me okay? Sorry?
I can. I'm just trying to pin you, but go for it.
You're all good. So my name is Kelly. I started Juice Plus when I was pregnant with my second baby last summer. I knew that I needed more energy desperately, and I also needed the extra high quality nutrition in my system to help grow this healthy little baby boy. Fast track to February of this year, my husband and I sat down and realized that this was the first winter in 3 to 5 years that we were not sick at all. That means we didn't have any chest infections, sinus infections, ear infections, or throat infections. We were completely antibiotics free and still are completely antibiotics free, which was huge for our entire family. So I will forever be grateful and share my love for Juice Plus, as it has completely turned our lives around and more than improved all of our healths in our family. So that's it.
Wow, thank you so much, Kelly. That is so short but so powerful. Thank you for sharing. Okay, and then next we have Jordyn sharing her product story.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know. You can hear me okay, right? Awesome. Okay. So, like Michelle said, my name is Jordyn, and I first started Juice Plus when I was actually teaching grade 1 full-time at the time. And I was in a very, very stressful, huge classroom. I'm an elementary teacher. I was in a huge classroom, and I had a variety of behavior needs. And with that come a lot of struggles. I don't know if anybody is familiar with the education system or classrooms in general. Education is very stressful sometimes. And so that was my situation. And it was, to me, affecting just my overall well-being. I was not sleeping. I had zero energy. And I was not managing my stress very well because I was going through the highs and lows of the classroom with the stresses that the kiddos were putting on me. And with that come no sleep, and started to affect the stress and the relationship that I had with my now husband. And I was super worried about it all the time. And so anyways, when I was introduced to Juice Plus, I was shocked because right before then I was actually considering taking a stress leave. And being a third-year teacher and contemplating that was something that I never thought would be imaginable. And so, Juice Plus came into my life. I started sleeping better. I was so shocked the first time I slept through the night. That was huge. And I realized that I had myself back. I had myself as a teacher. I had myself as being a partner in a relationship. And it just honestly was come at the perfect time. And fast forward, I also had a little baby boy, and I had a really great pregnancy, perfect long delivery. I'm sorry if this is too much information, but I had 0 tearing, 0 stitches. And so for women, that is huge. Super healthy. And now he just turned 5 months on Tuesday. I'm so grateful. And he's a beautiful Juice Plus baby. So thanks so much for listening.
Jord, thank you so much. I so appreciate your story. And yes, as a teacher, I can totally relate, although I know that the younger ones are a lot more needy of our time. So I have a lot of respect for you in the classroom, and I'm so grateful that concentrated nutrition could help you. And one thing I always love to say is that, you know, when I first started hearing all these results, the skeptic in me was like, why aren't people getting those results from their diet? Like, I know that most people are pretty good eaters, right? And I certainly was. My kids would eat Brussels sprouts and green beans, and why wasn't our real diet doing that? And I honestly, what I've learned is if we were able to eat 30 raw fruits and vegetables that were vine ripened, that we knew were vine ripened, then we wouldn't need Juice Plus. But simply we're just not getting that variety. We're not getting the diversity of fruits and vegetables. And that's why we love having this product to bridge the gap between what we're actually eating and what we should be eating. So I can totally relate to Jordyn's story. And on a side note with the omegas, that's one of the things we're hearing a lot about with these omegas is that healthy plant fat is so good for the brain, so good for the hormones. And it's pretty incredible the stories that are starting to roll in with the omegas as well. So thanks, girls, for sharing your stories. And again, welcome to everybody who's launching their business tonight. There's so many. I scrolled through and I was reading them all out before we started the call. So if you're launching tonight, congratulations. And if you're here supporting somebody launching their business, thank you so much for coming. We are so grateful for your support. On these calls, we always share what we do with Juice Plus and sharing it on the calls, because if there's one person here that might be interested in the business, we would definitely be missing the boat. And also, it's just a really good idea for us to get comfortable sharing stories about the business as well, because this is part of what we do. We love sharing that you can be earning an income from home. And the stories about sharing Juice Plus and doing the business are sometimes just as powerful as the actual product stories as well. So thanks again for being here, for your support. And we are so looking forward to your feedback on this section of the call as well. So I started sharing Juice Plus with people simply to get a discount on my product. And then I started hearing all the stories like you guys heard tonight from Jord and Kelly. And I was like, whoa, this is incredible. It's changing people's lives. What if I actually did something with this business? And I went to an event and I decided to get a little bit more serious about it. And though, while I was at that event, I'm sure you guys won't be surprised to know, I had all kinds of skepticism kind of running through my mind. I'm a natural skeptic. It's just the way I work. And the first thing that I started thinking about is, you know, is it one of these things? And that's what I said to Sandy. Is this one of those pyramids? And she said, what do you mean by pyramid? And asked me some great questions. And I said, you know, one of those things where there's one person at the top who makes all the money and everybody else pushes that person up. And she was really gentle with me. And she said, you know, what you're explaining is kind of a little bit like something like Walmart, where at the top you have a CEO, and in this business, you have all kinds of layers of leadership. So you've got your national managers, you've got regional managers, you've got provincial managers, and then you've got store managers, and then you've got the regular people down here who are working their tails off and their butts off on the tills and stocking shelves. And no matter what they do, they might be able to work their way up to this level, which is store manager, if they work really hard, if they know the right person, and if they do all the right things. And one thing that we notice when people get promoted in one of these businesses is that it's not always that well received, because there's a lot of people going for that level. And it's a little bit like get there before everybody else culture, and it creates a bit of a toxic environment. And this shape will go for any traditional business. This is even how the school system was structured when I look back to that. This is how it looks if you own your own business, except for if you own your own business, you're the CEO. And oftentimes you're every layer of leadership in your company. You don't have a lot of time freedom. You pay yourself last. I know, because I owned a traditional business and I saw that structure for myself. So that is what Sandy explained to me was actually a pyramid. And I was like, I never thought of it that way. And then she said, our business is shaped like this. It's a bit of a basin. And down here, everybody starts as fruit and vegetable dealers. And yes, we're called dealers. I always laugh about that. It's like somebody called it veggie crack one time. And I was like, oh my gosh. Especially since in the marketing plan it says dealer. And then there's all kinds of layers of leadership for us too. We've got layers of leadership that you can do with just customers, and if you get some team members. And then at the top of our business is called national marketing director. So I'm a national marketing director with a company, and at this level, you get full medical benefits. You get a tuition reimbursement package. You also get a Christmas bonus and a business expense account, which is awesome, but you cannot get to NMD without helping people. And so you literally get there by helping people through these promotions. And they start as the dealer, and you help them get promoted. And as a result of doing that, you get yourself to the top level of the company. And because the marketing plan is set up that way, because it's just such a loving marketing plan, it breeds that kind of culture. Everybody supports one another. People that don't even work together in the same team still help each other, do calls for one another, connect people to other people, and want to see you be successful. And it's a really much, instead of a beat everybody else culture, it's really is a help everybody else culture. So that is my answer if you were one that was thinking, is this one of those triangle or pyramid things? The other thing that I was really skeptical about was, okay, here's me. And my friend Sandy is the one who lovingly persisted and got me to join her team. And I was so concerned that I would have to bug my friends or family. And I said to her, Sandy, you are the one that signed me up, and you're the only other person I know in Camrose. And she said, honestly, just share it with people. And if they're interested, they're great. And if not, no worries. And so I started to do that using social media and calls like this. And I ended up talking to my friend Sarah, who was a single mama. And I knew she could use a little bit of extra income, and I knew that she needed a community. And our community is so loving and so supportive, and I knew that she would just thrive here. And as a single mom, she did. And she started talking to people that I never knew. A friend named Tara, who had a serious lung condition and ended up needing the product so badly, but we didn't know that. So thank goodness we shared with her. A friend who was also a single mom, Kate, who really needed the community, a positive, uplifting environment for her to be in, for her to have as a village to help her raise her kids, and for her to earn a little bit of extra income. And so that's how this business kind of goes. Then I spoke to one of my previous students, Lauren, and I had no idea, other than the fact that I love Lauren. I love her vibe and I love her energy, and I knew I wanted to spend more time with her. And so I told her about this, and over time, it took her a while, but over time, she decided to do this. Unbeknownst to me, her family was struggling with the oil-filled recession so badly that they didn't know how they were going to keep paying for their new house. They had just had a new baby. She wasn't working. She was trying to clean houses on the side, and she ended up joining, and she spoke to her friend, Katrina. And Katrina is a stay-at-home mama whose husband works away 2 weeks at a time, and they are so tired of him being gone and missing so much of her boys' lives that her mission is to get him home. And that is a powerful mission. And then she shared with a friend, Andrea, and Andrea is a nurse, and she spends a lot of time working shift work, and so does her husband, and as a result has to drop her boys off with her mom for sometimes 3 or 4 days at a time, and doesn't even get to see her kids at all during that time. And she's so done with that. She's so done with that as the only way to be. So that's the kind of people that end up coming into this business. And I have all kinds of people on my team that I never knew before. I knew Lauren and I knew Sarah, and they shared with people. So truly, you don't have to bug your friends and family. You just share with people who come across your path and get them on calls like this, and they come in. Some are interested and some aren't, and they make their own decisions, which is awesome. And then the last thing, if you're unmuted, you can go ahead and mute yourself. I can't do that while I'm on the whiteboard. The last thing that I want to show you is just a little bit about the potential. So if you decide, okay, I am interested in this business. It's $50 a year to own your business, which I think is so affordable. There is no monthly minimum, so you don't have to bug anybody ever. You do this very part-time. You join this amazing culture and positive community, and then you share with people. And if they're interested, great. And if not, no worries. And you bring them onto calls like this. You would be one that would be launching your business tonight. And if you decide to do that, over time, you're going to find 3 people that are excited about the business through these calls. And that's awesome. We call this a 3 club. And these are 3 people that went out and got themselves a solid customer base of people on Juice Plus. And that level earns you $1,000 per month. And that's huge, you guys. And I want to share that, not to impress you, but to impress upon you how real this is and how legitimate it can be for your family. Like, there are people paying their mortgages with that kind of money. And there are people that are, able to take a job closer to their kids so that they don't have to be in the car for so many hours and they get more moments that matter. There are people that are bringing their husbands home from working away. There are people that are using this as a travel account. And so if that is of interest to you, just stay tuned and hear a couple of the stories before we end the call, because they are very, very hit the heart kind of stories, just like the product. And so our first business story is Allison. And if Allison, you could unmute, that would be great. And
hey, Michelle.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the call. I'm Allison Routhier, and I'm a designated accountant. So my story is a little bit different. I didn't think I was going to do the business because I already had a full-time, hectic job. When I was introduced to Juice Plus, I was super inspired by the products and like what they had to offer for my lifestyle and my family. So I just started sharing naturally with my friends and my family, and everyone was becoming interested. They're as excited as I was. So it kind of started skyrocketing. Since I'm very competitive with myself, I'm like, I can do this. So within the first 2 months, I hit 3 goals. I got 4 bonuses, and the following month I got 2 more bonuses, which was really shocking, I thought. I was surprised by the extra income that I started already making, and being an accountant, I'm into the numbers and whatnot. So I definitely was very inspired and had more financial freedom. And for me, with being on one income, like Michelle talked about mortgages, I always had a dream of buying a house, and that already became a reality for me. August 2nd, I take possession of my new home. I'm super excited, and my Juice Plus money will be paying the majority of my mortgage already, and I've only been in the business since January. Another thing I didn't realize is the Juice Plus community is such a huge factor. I met so many amazing people and lifetime friends, and I just think it's such an inspirational company to be with. I mean, being on the accountant, it's serious and busy, and I love it, but this is just such a relief, and I just love it, truly. So yeah, thank you so much to Ashley for introducing me, and yeah, nice to see everyone on here.
I'm going to pin your video because for some reason you didn't have a video up earlier. So thank you, Allison. It's nice to see your face. And
thank you. Nice to see you
too. And congratulations on your house. That's huge.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you. And then the next person that agreed to share their story is Ashley.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. So my Juice Plus journey started last July, and I had originally signed up for the business just to get a bit of a discount on my product. But I very quickly realized that my why outside of that was so that I could earn a little bit extra each month to be giving back to my community. This wasn't something I ever saw myself doing or ever thought I could be good at. And in the beginning, I often told my upline that I wouldn't be successful because I just don't know that many people and I keep to myself. I came to realize also very quickly, though, that just through sharing how amazing I was feeling because of the products and how excited I was with my close friends and family, that my business began to grow just organically. And now I'm almost exactly a year later, and I've been able to leave my full-time childcare position, replace that income completely. And now my husband and I are building our dream home out in a rural area, and I don't have the stress or the worry of having to try and find a job once we get there. I don't have the stress of having to worry about maternity leave or leaving my kids with childcare when we start our family. And my dream for the not so far future is to bring him home entirely from the oil field so he doesn't have to miss everything.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness, Ashley. Thank you so much for sharing. And I love that you addressed keeping to yourself, because I'm naturally an introvert as well. And so that was one of my bigger concerns, is that you have to be super extroverted and know all these people and just be really good with words, and anyone can do this business. And I've seen it time and time again that sometimes people simply just join for the community. Sometimes people, are thinking $500 a month would be a huge deal for me. Sometimes people really look at this seriously and end up having goals like you, Ashley, where it's like, no, I want to do this for real, and I want to retire my husband out of the oil field and get him home. And just to wrap up the call, that is truly what happened for me. I signed up as a discount. It ended up turning into so much more. I have been able to make all kinds of choices that were better for my family, be able to blend my family, move my family to Spruce Grove so that we could all be together. I had flexibility to move to a new community. Just being able to bring my fiance, my future husband, home from the oil field and be home every night with my kids is so important because, you know, they did lose their dad to heart failure. And so having that male role model in their lives is so important to me. And those are the kinds of things that you hear in this business that people are able to do for their families and create that choice and make more time for the people that matter. And I'm now earning a very strong 6-figure income. And I do not say that to impress anyone, but I do want to say that so that you know that that's possible. Anything is whatever you want with this business can be what you get with this business, whether it is a discount or whether it is a more serious income. And so if anything that we said tonight spoke to you, whether it was about the products, whether it was about the Shred 10, whether it was about the business, we really want to encourage you to go back to the person who invited you. I know that you came to support them, but maybe something tweaked your interest. Maybe something is for you that we have. And if not, no worries. We would gladly take your feedback. And we just so appreciate your love and support and the fact that you got on here. So thank you to everybody who spoke tonight. You ladies shared your hearts with us, and that's what it's all about. And thank you to everybody who came tonight. And thank you to everybody who launched their business tonight. I am going to stop the recording and then just let anybody, if you guys got any questions or anything.